Today's episode is brought to you by In My Bag Apparel and Customs. In My Bag is a brand that collaborates with talented artists from across the country to bring some unique and exclusive concepts to life at a reasonable price. For $15 off your first purchase, visit whatnot.com/invite/in_my_bag 2023. That's whatnot.com/invite/in_my_bag 2023 for $15 off your first purchase. And make sure to check them out on Instagram as well at in_my_bag 2023. Did you know that crabs have tails? Do it.
I did not know that.
Bro, I found that out today from my wife. It's the weirdest thing, right? Like they don't look like they would, but crabs have tails.
I mean, snakes got legs, technically.
Wait, is that real life?
Yeah, technically.
What do you mean technically?
Like I was watching National Geographic one time, and they was talking about it.
Did you watch it with Snoop?
Nah.
He does do the best National Geographic. So he does the best Neo Geos ever.
I didn't even know he did them. I just be watching animal fights to go to sleep.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Podcast. I'm Prescott Cody. It's Sunday, March 30th. Glad to have you back with us. I got LaShawn Brown and JD's up in here with me. How you guys doing today? Glad to have you back with me.
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
You seem
better
like
if Michigan didn't choke.
Well, we talked a little bit off stage, but you both seem a little irritated with each other.
No, not irritated.
Like,
not with each other, but like I don't care if Ohio State loses a hot dog making contest. I'm gonna make fun of them for it.
You gotta get your jokes off.
Like I don't even watch water polo, but if Michigan beats Ohio State in water polo, I'm gonna post it.
That's fair. That's fair.
It could be gymnastics. I don't care what sport. If we beat Ohio State, post.
I feel you. So, where do you guys want to start? Like, we have a wide range of things to go through. The NFL draft is coming upon us really soon. Do you guys have anything that you are 100% dug in on that you know is going to happen or that you think is wildly inaccurate? Because in the top 5 picks, we've seen a lot of weird movement, right? Like nothing's moved, but as far as the Titans, the Browns, the Giants, Patriots, and Jags, we've seen nobody's moving and everybody's moving.
After the first pick, nobody knows anything. That's how.
No, it's not like last year where we knew.
So you guys are all based on that. What you're saying is that you 100% feel like everybody feels that the Titans are going to take Cam Ward.
Yeah, they're taking him.
So they're
trying to rob the Browns or the Giants to move up. Like they want the current
3 ones and shit.
Yeah, they want an additional 2 number ones, and I'm like, dude, it's only going up 2 spots. I could tell if it was a team that was going up like 10 spots for it, then yeah, you can go ahead and ask for that. But going up 1 or 2 spots, that doesn't work.
The only way that moving up from 2 to 1 makes sense is if like you have the one truly generational dude, because we use generational player all the time, and
if it was last year's draft, that would make sense.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, like, if you want to just go ahead and do that and say from 2 to 1, yeah, you might have to do that if everybody thinks that the one dude is the best dude, but Abdul Carter has also, and Travis Hunter, like there's at least some kind of speculation of who's the best player or the best player for that team.
This is what I'll say. I get it as a quarterback league and everything. Cam Ward's going number 1. Shador, to be honest, I think he's still going to New York. That's the whole pandering thing.
You think Shador's going to New York?
Shador's going to New York.
So I thought the exact same thing, and I've been laughed at the building. And I want to get your perspective on it because I've given mine in one of my reels, but I want to get your perspective on it and see if they line up.
They need a quarterback, and pretty much Brian Daboll. they're trying to see if they can find that niche to help them survive another season, and they think that Shador is that quarterback.
So what I've been, told, or what I've heard around the internet is that because they got Russell Wilson, because they got Jameis, they don't need a quarterback. And for me, the reason when I saw they got both of them, the Jameis one didn't really hit me that way. But once they got Russell, I go, oh, they're absolutely thinking about getting Shador, is
Yeah,
because
you need somebody that
it's
one
$4
of those
million, $10
quarterbacks is
million, and then a
gonna
rookie
be,
scale quarterback.
yeah, one of those quarterbacks is going to be teaching Shador the system.
Well, so one, do you want Jameis doing that? Yes or no?
Yeah, I do.
You
I
want
don't mind
Jameis
it.
Winston telling him how to?
He ain't telling him where to go. He's just teaching him about the system. You need a veteran quarterback that knows the offense. This is what I keep trying to tell people.
But Jameis doesn't know the offense. It's his first year
It's
in.
Every team pretty much runs the same passing concepts. It's not hard. They just use a different verbiage of it. That's all it is.
I do trust you because I know that you're in that quarterback mode. Like I saw the moment that I said, but he's never been there. You're like, I want to fight this man in Alaska. But I won't do it. I want to, but I
No,
won't
it's
do it.
Nah, you talking to an MVP quarterback, damn it. You
like
better mind your business.
Jameis Winston is not an MVP quarterback.
I'm talking about LaShawn.
Yeah,
I don't care about Jameis.
yeah. In the leagues that I play, yeah.
Yeah, he's been
NFL, no.
MVP. He knows what's up.
But it's the same passing concept. It's just different verbiage. That's all it is, and that's what they're going to be teaching them. I mean, to be honest, Shador, in my opinion, he's the most NFL ready style quarterback. Now, listen to what I just said. NFL style quarterback. Cam Ward doesn't have that. Jackson Dart doesn't have that. Jalen Milroe doesn't have that. Will Howard, nah, because he was, I say, about 65, 70% of the time he was in shotgun. Shador, he was learned to take the snap under center, take 3 to 5 yard steps, get the ball out and everything. So he's more than NFL style ready right now. Now, will he be starting week 1? No. I still think Russ will be starting week 1. I'll give it to like around week 6, 7.
Yeah.
If they're not doing well, Russ, it's time for you to go ahead and hang it up, because then those incentives coming into play, and the organization does not want to pay that if they're not going to the playoffs.
No, but
You don't think Cleveland would take him?
Who, Shador? No.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
To be honest,
that's where things starts to get convoluted, is because, like, number one, if Cam Ward is supposed to go number 1, does Cleveland take him number 2? And that's a great question, Jay. Like, where do we sit?
Like, Cleveland's been kind of sneaky. They've been kind of quiet. They might be looking at it.
What I've
Travis
noticed this offseason is that these guys, or these teams who have the top 5 picks, have been real quiet.
They haven't said nothing.
They have said nothing.
Everybody just keeps guessing, and that's why I'm just like, don't guess. Like, just wait. That's all you have to do is just wait.
So let me ask you guys this real quick. Top 5 picks, if nobody changes, because personally I feel like there is going to be movement in the top 5 picks, but let's say there's not. Titans 1, Browns 2. All right, so let's do this. So I'll ask you this: if nobody moves, Titans at 1. LaShawn, who do you think? Cam Ward.
Cam Ward,
number 1.
Cam Ward 2. Okay, so 2, no picks or no trades. Cleveland. What about you, LaShawn?
Travis Hunter.
What about you?
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. That'd be a nice little edge. All right, but that's like number 3, which is the Giants. What do you think, LaShawn?
Shador.
I think you got to go Shador if he's there.
I mean, but you guys both think he's going to be there.
I mean, I really like Shador as a quarterback, honestly. Like, I do. I don't think he's going to be like Jaden Daniels, but I think he can be. Like
No,
when Derek Carr wasn't stinking up the joint, I think he can be like Derek Carr when he wasn't stinking up the joint.
no,
Like a good version of Derek Carr.
no, and that's fair. But if we're going 1 through 3, but like, so you have Shador at
We both have him at
you
3.
have Shador at New York, and Jay, you've got same.
Yeah, Shador to New York.
All right, so about number 4, which is the Patriots, because this is where things start to get to, because Abdul Carter is still on the
Patriots will be taking Abdul Carter. The reason why I don't have the Browns taking Abdul Carter is he's not a 4-3 DN. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker.
Do we really even care about what 3-4s and 4-3s are
When
anymore?
you got a Myles Garrett, you do.
Yeah, that's
okay. That's a really
makes sense.
That's a really good point.
But yeah, for 4, I got Patriots taking Travis Hunter.
So LaShawn, you have Abdul Carter, and then Jay, you have
Travis Hunter to the Pats.
Yep.
So then number 5 is
Will Johnson to the Jags.
I got Mason Graham to the Jags.
Man, they ain't got a single corner who could cover my white ass. Like, they need somebody.
Hold up.
No, have you seen the Jags corners? Like, they're not good, dog. Like, they're terrible. I know I'm exaggerating, but like them Jags corners are terrible.
They just signed
ever since they lost Jalen Ramsey and Abuye, right?
No, but they signed. Who's the corner? It's the other Michigan corner they just signed. He was a nickel corner from Dallas.
Oh, Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, they signed him.
They need more help than that. Like, they need Jesus.
I can't believe you said that, Jay.
Like, I'm just saying, like,
we can't take Jay anywhere. I swear to God, man.
No,
we can't
I
be
watched
taking
the
on
Jags play
internet.
Detroit, and Detroit had 52 points by the end of the third. Like, it was bad, dog. Like Hendon Hooker played the whole fourth quarter. They was just chilling. Like,
yeah.
So
and Hendon Hooker was busting them up. Like, it ain't good over there.
So real question: is there any team? Do you see trading down? Because to me, like the Titans are trash. The
Browns.
I think Cleveland could.
Everybody's cheeks, but is there a team that you see that's more likely to move down than anybody else? Because Jamie Trainer, who's a Patriots fan, is like, yo, if maybe at 3 they move down, and I think that's a especially if Ward is done, and maybe if Shador is going number 2.
I'm just gonna say this now. Shador goes second.
He's turning the fan card.
You're a Browns fan, though. You have your own.
He knows what's best for the Browns more than all of us. So,
like, to be honest, I want the Browns to trade down.
I think that the Browns are the most likely to trade down. They need a lot of cheap labor.
No, we don't.
And that's
the
thing for me is
12 draft picks.
Everybody
I didn't realize y'all had
trade
that many.
down.
That Deshaun Watson contract is terrible.
Okay, for the last time, I'm just going to say this. The Deshaun Watson contract is not weighing down the Browns. They're going to take, let's say if they do take Shador, he comes in, he's starting week 1. Deshaun Watson is never playing another down for the Cleveland Browns.
But he's still taking y'all money, though.
He's going to get free paychecks. Like, yeah, go right ahead. But at the same time, they're going to recruit some of that salary cap money going
they need to
this season
all of it
and the 2026. They're going to get $45 million. So pretty much.
A good chunk. Okay.
Wait, the Browns are?
Yeah, because it's an insurance. Listen, the smartest thing that Jimmy Haslam did was take an insurance policy out on Deshaun Watson. When he got hurt, but the second Achilles injury that he had to get surgery on, now that kicks in for 2025 and 2026 that they can get some of that money back. Like, he's still going to get majority of it, but the Browns are going to recoup some of it.
But
towards the
45
salary
million
cap.
is a big chunk of change.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like everybody keeps saying, "Well, the cap, is going to weigh down the Browns." I'm like, what? No.
I think the other thing too is like
Wait,
45 mil is 1 year of a bad starting quarterback.
45 mil is a year of Myles Garrett plus 5 million. Like,
yeah, but I'd rather have Myles Garrett than a dumb.
Well, I would just wanted to ask
who's a
LaShawn
starter
this.
technically.
I wanted to ask LaShawn how he would feel if they traded like a 6th-round pick for Kirk Cousins.
I wouldn't mind that. Like he can come in, but that's the reason why he wants to wait till after the draft to pick his place.
Yeah, because I think
Oh my
Kirk
God,
got a bad contract too, but
let me get to the chat real quick because we got so much stuff going on. So Evan Bradfield said, or Tony Burton, man, that dude's always just hating. Uncle Philadelphia, Jaden who?
Jaden better than Jalen Hurts. Don't even talk to me like that.
No, he's talking about your quarterback.
Man, Jaden Daniels would have won the Super Bowl if he played for the Eagles too. Like, what are we talking about?
Ooh, shots fired.
You know what? Before we move on,
man, it would have been 60-0.
Let's have that conversation real quick. Yes or no, LaShawn? If Jaden Daniels play for the Eagles, would that be the outcome?
Yeah, they would have still won against the Chiefs.
60-0 though.
No, okay, maybe not 60-0, but it would have been an ass whooping.
It'd have still been the same type of ass whooping because that defensive line, that defense,
dude, they
wrecked
the shit out of Kansas City.
Yeah,
they wrecked them.
Like, could you imagine that Jaden behind that offensive line with Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and Goddard? Like, it's over.
I wouldn't say they would have went undefeated, but it'd have been close.
What, 20-1? Like
20-1. So in my bag of apparel, which is Evan Bradfield. Yes, I'm rocking the LeBron James Mortal Kombat Mama Combat t-shirt. He says that combo looks fire. Of course it is, man. Just download.
MJ's still the GOAT.
Huh?
MJ's still the GOAT.
Hey, let's get the hell out of here, man.
Like, not doing this today.
Just download the Whatnot app, WHATNOT. In my bag of apparel, man. He's got Steph Curry. You like Steph Curry, right? He's got Luka. He got everybody in that bag. In my bag of apparel, man. I'm just rocking.
That was such a smooth transition to an ad. Man, that was smooth right there.
I wasn't even trying to do an ad. I was just trying to, look, man.
Hey, I respect it. It was smooth. I like it.
I'm trying to be semi-professional in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to learn that.
All right. Well, LaShawn dipped out for a second. And I want to go back real quick because in my bag of apparel, which was Evan Bradfield, he goes, Is Watson playing another down in the league?
Probably not.
No.
I would to me, I would say probably not as well. I want to put that on record as that probably not. But
okay, you asked and you allegedly was touching 70 women. Yeah, Ray Rice screwed one woman in an elevator.
He still played games though.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, after everything went down, he went to Cleveland. Like, he still played games.
Man, I don't remember him playing another down after that elevator video came out.
No, after everything has gone on, I think it's a valid question if he will or not, because beforehand we never thought that he would when he got traded to Cleveland.
Well, they thought that they were getting a top 5 quarterback. That's why it was allowed. Now everybody knows he's a garbage.
Right, but let's be serious. You name me the worst quarterback that you can think of who has played a down.
Zach Wilson.
Do you think that Deshaun Watson's better than Zach Wilson?
Probably
right
not.
now? No.
I'm probably not. like Tim Boyle was pretty bad, but
that's fair. Let me ask. Okay, all right. Put the religious stuff aside. Who would you rather have, Deshaun Watson or Tim Tebow right now?
Tim Tebow.
Get the hell out of here, man.
No, because at least I can do the run game and get some yards. Like
he can't.
I hate you.
Man, we'll just speed option that motherfucking link. Like, I feel like the only quarterback that I think Deshaun Watson's better than is Josh Rosen.
No,
Like,
I just looked at the chat and Evan Evan said Jamarcus Russell.
no, I feel like Jamarcus Russell better than him. Like, even at 350 pounds, he probably better. Like,
Oh my goodness, man. All right, so let's get through this. All right, so there's no trades, right?
mhm.
Or actually, all right, so no, let's play this game. If you were the Titans at 1, would you trade or would you rather get Cam Ward? Yes or no? Would you rather trade?
I would trade
Cam
it because
or-
I don't think any of the quarterbacks are like. I don't think there's a Caleb Williams or a Jaden Daniels or even a Bo Nix in this draft. Like, I don't know.
Oh, so now we're keeping it for Bo Nix now, huh?
Well, Bo
No.
Nix looked good in Denver. Like,
I'm not.
I'm
LaShawn,
just going off his production.
you're
I
not
know he
trading
wouldn't be
down, or
doing
you
that
would,
same crap in Carolina, but
so LaShawn, you're not trading down, or you'd rather take. So when it comes to Tennessee, yes or no? Are you taking Cam Ward number 1? Let's say that you are the GM right now.
well, what am I getting back? That's
No,
the big
the
thing.
person making decisions, are you taking Cam Ward right now, or are you entertaining trading down? LaShawn and Jay. Yes,
Well,
no. What's going
what
on?
am I getting back? That's the biggest part of the equation.
Like
So,
you're going to entertain.
the biggest thing is would you trade him at all? Because yes, there's always going to be the what am I getting back? But if he's that good, you're not even questioning it, right?
Well, I don't think he's that good. That's why I'd entertain it.
So okay, so you would trade back at number 1.
Depending on the offer, yeah.
Okay, LaShawn, how about you, man?
I would trade back.
And this is my whole thing is like I feel that when it comes to Tennessee, like everybody, you all need to trade back. None of y'all are good enough to do anything anyways. You might as well recoup what you can. But we also have seen enough drafts where we know that this isn't going to happen. Not everybody in the top 5 is going to trade back. So who is the team that you think is most likely to stay put and actually
Tennessee.
Tennessee at 1?
Yeah, because I mean, they would have traded it already if they were going to do it.
Is there any trade market?
No, because
Do you
there's
think there's any trade market for Will Levis at this point?
I
He's
mean,
gonna,
if
there's
they
some.
accept a half Eden McDouble, I guess. Like,
you a trip, Jay.
I swear to God, man.
I've been a Will Levis hater ever since I seen that man put mayo in coffee. Like, that disgusts me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done the exact same thing. Like, look, I don't watch college football. I don't pretend to be somebody who knows what they're talking about, but I saw the way that Mac Jones walked down that aisle to get his commensurate, like,
Oh, I knew he was going to be asked right when I saw that. Like,
and I saw that,
You
and I
like
saw
a
Zach
mad
Wilson.
principal walking.
I saw that. I saw Zach Wilson. Like, he's too pretty.
no,
Like,
I saw
there's
Zach Wilson
certain
play
dudes-
football. Like, that's all you needed to know.
There's certain dudes where I just know that you're not going to be good at the next level without watching any type of like collegiate.
That's how I felt about Josh Rosen.
Ooh,
I wasn't watching no UCLA games, but every fucking interview, he's like, "Well, if it doesn't work, I got a plan B. I come from money," and he just didn't. He seemed like a pretty boy who ugly as shit. Oh, my bad.
he looked like a pretty boy who was ugly.
like he just felt like he had a lot of self-confidence that wasn't deserved. I don't know.
It is kind of weird too, because usually the people who get to that level of competition don't necessarily come from wealthy backgrounds, right?
I mean, nah, not really. No,
Okay,
I
I
don't want
want
my
your
quarterback to be from a rich family. Nah.
So let me ask you this: did you? Never mind. I'll move on to the next one. All right. So we talked about this a little bit earlier when it came to the Giants and if they would take Shador at number 3. So do you actually think? Because for me personally, I think that it makes a lot of sense because the you getting Russ and also getting Jameis as background, like background noise, essentially, it almost kind of means that getting a quarterback right now makes sense. Or are you really that willing to just be terrible one more year?
It depends on what ownership says, but it seems like ownership, they're going to fire him if they don't win 8, 9, 10 games this year. So they're probably like, maybe if I draft a quarterback, I get one more year. If he looks good, the final, 6 games or whatever, they're like.
And see, that's the thing is that I've always said this, and I've gotten a lot of hate, is that when you have a job in the NFL, your number one job is to keep your job.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely man, LaShawn's not here anymore, and he's kind of freaking me out. There's
I'm
always
here. I'm just up here folding.
Oh, you and Ghost. I was trying to bring you back in here.
I'm listening.
No, you good, man. I couldn't see you. That's why I was like, oh man, I lose my connection with him. And now Jay's okay. So I think that there's always the ability to. What are we talking about, man? You guys screw me both up.
About moving back in the draft and
what the Giants
taking quarterbacks and shit.
Yeah, but we were talking about somebody's. Oh, with
the Giants.
Yeah, with the Giants. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, GM's got to keep their job and crap. That's where you were going.
That's where it was. So, do you think that there's an actual opportunity for the Giants when it comes to Shane and Dable, that they would just draft Shador just to kind of keep their own jobs? Because I feel like that's entirely on the docket as well.
I think that's why they're taking them.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Well, because I said it last week on a live where when they made both those moves, I said, well, there's an opportunity where this could be legitimate, where it even enhances their version. So if he doesn't go 3, I know that a lot of people have said if he might slide to Pittsburgh. Do you think it actually goes that far between 3 at New York and 21, 22 at Pittsburgh? Do you think it actually gets to that point with that big gap?
Because
it happened to Aaron Rodgers, so
you're going to have a team that's out there, in which I'm gonna just put this out there right now. The New Orleans Saints will take them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The Saints are what?
10 or 11?
Yep, 12.
Yeah.
Don't they have a tight end on their radar?
Taysom Hill.
Right, exactly. I don't know who,
but they need a quarterback because Derek Carr, he's done after this season.
Yeah, and Spencer Rattler can't play, so.
But see that's kind of the long play is, do you get the guy who's supposed to replace Taysom Hill? Because I don't know his name. But he's supposed to pick a tight end who's in that like early.
Oh, out of Penn State,
out of
Tyler
Penn State,
Warren.
I won't pick Tyler Warren.
I wouldn't do it.
Again, this is a quarterback league. If a quarterback slips and falls, and you're in love with that player, you pick that player.
But are you so you guys both firmly are entrenched in the fact of, if you want a quarterback and need a quarterback, you go get him regardless of.
Well, not necessarily. My general philosophy is build the team around.
Nope.
So
you can't do that because
get the quarterback.
Who's to say that if you're the head coach or GM, who's to say that you're going to be back next season in this same position?
No, I'm just saying, like, in a hypothetical, everything's perfect kind of world, like, if I was the Giants and I knew I had job security, I would trade down, fill in a lot of other holes, and then draft a quarterback next year in a better class.
I hear you,
but the thing is, like, you don't even know that next year's class is going to be a better class. Like, we think it.
I was telling fellow Browns fans, there's like, we should punt it until next season. I'm like, no, I won't punt it to next season. If I'm the Browns, and if let's say they do take Shador, if he doesn't pan out, he doesn't play well this season or 2026,
you can take another
one. 2027 class is where it's at.
Who comes out in 27?
Who you're gonna have? DJ Legway. You're gonna have Dylan Wiola. You're gonna have some players. I'll say that much.
Shit.
You guys know college football. I don't. So I'll let you guys.
They got to wait till
find each other in
28
the
for Bryce
streets.
Underwood, but
I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not even gonna take the bait. I am not taking the bait.
man, I'm just waiting for that hammer to come down. I ain't seen it. I don't know.
You see what the feds then got involved, so that should tell you everything you need to
That's
know.
because we had an ex QB coach being a freaking weirdo.
The NCAA wasn't coming down with the hammer because the feds was involved. Now that the feds had came down with their charges on that coach, now they can come down with the hammer any day now, I'll say.
Shit, we'll just secede from the NCAA. We don't need them.
I
No,
mean,
seriously, if the Big Ten and the SEC wanted to do that, they really could.
do what?
Make their own league. Say, screw the NCAA, we doing our own thing.
Where's the money gonna come from?
That's
The games.
I saw something earlier, like a week ago. Is like LeBron James could just make his own NBA league. I'm like, that's not how this works, man.
You got to have money. You got to have
No, but
sponsors
all the
behind
good
it.
teams and all the money's in the SEC and the Big Ten.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
it is, but at the same time,
Nobody care about the Pac-12.
No, but it's still a thing though.
It don't have to be.
if you are not a blue blood, you are not going to survive.
That's not my problem. My team's a blue blood. Like,
he only looks at this thing from the prism of the fan and him, which I can appreciate, but also, God, get the hell out with that thing, man.
I mean, if you try to help everybody, you're going to help nobody. So you might as well help who you can.
So this,
No, because
I will say this.
I know. To be honest, I'll say I know Ohio State is tired of doing the heavy lifting.
I will say
When's
this.
the last time you went to Indy? I couldn't even drink alcohol the last time you beat us. I don't want to hear none of that.
When I look at the revenue and it says Ohio State's number one and they're pulling over $1 billion, yeah, you guys got to do some catching up.
I
Y'all
love how
ain't
y'all
beat
said
us.
y'all wouldn't make
The
it
last time you
personal
beat
and
us, I
made it
couldn't drink
personal
alcohol.
within 25 minutes.
Like, y'all ain't been to Indy. Like, y'all don't even know what Lucas Oil looked like no more.
You right. I don't even give a fuck about Indy unless
Ain't
the college
nobody
football
care about
playoff is
St.
there.
Elmo's.
I don't even care about St. Elmo's. Nobody cares.
What the hell?
Yeah, I can do Elmo.
I do it the entire time. I don't care.
That's wild, bro.
But no, I'm gonna just go out here for the NFL. I won't be surprised if Trey started popping off this week, to be honest. Like, we're getting closer and closer to the draft. Teams are gonna start want to move up. You got some sign-up bonuses that have to be paid either tomorrow or coming up next Tuesday or next Wednesday. So
Man.
those players will be moved, especially if the teams don't want them there.
Look out for a
Brandon
Brandon Ayuk trade.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk will probably be traded.
So okay, that's a good point. Do you actually think that Ayuk will be traded? And does we're not really here for the scroll, but one, does Ayuk get traded? Two, does Aaron Rodgers sign with the Niners? And if not, where does he actually
Not
go?
if they trade Brandon Ayuk, because who the hell they got?
Besides broken McCaffrey.
But you don't know if McCaffrey gonna be healthy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they got broken McCaffrey. Like, I said this at the beginning of last year. If the Niners weren't going to win this year, you need to blow the entire thing up.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay Brock Purdy. Like,
Well, the problem is, I don't have a problem, and this is why I get so irritated with people not listening to what I have to say about Josh Allen. I have no problem with paying Brock Purdy, but I'm not paying him $60 million a year.
Yeah, he's not getting close to that.
Right, but the problem
I give him
also,
a Baker Mayfield contract.
No, but here's the deal too: is that there's two parts to this equation, right? The company says, I'm not going to pay you 60. He goes, well, I'm going to get paid 60. And they're going to have to squeeze this thing in and figure out where the actual number lies. And do I think that Brock Purdy is worth $60 million a year? Absolutely not. But he's seeing other people who have had less success.
They also on worse teams with worse coaches.
I know, but that's not how any of this works. I'm on your side on this, but that is not how the money actually works, which is unfortunate because he is going to get Jared Goff-esque money, even though he's
then
better
I'm
than
trading
Jared
them.
Goff.
Then I'm trading them. Like somebody else can pay him. I'm not doing it.
We'll see that, but again, we can say that because I do it all the time. I do it with Josh Allen all the time. Oh, he's great. He's going to put up stats, but I'm not paying him $70 million a year, but they do it, and I'm the fucking hater. I've already said it. It's out there. But it's one of those things where like I'm not going to do that because I'd rather build. Everybody is chasing to get the best quarterback instead of building the best football team. Like, and LaShawn, let me ask you this because as somebody who actually really studies the position and the game, I have been somebody where I've been really, really infuriated with the league trying to find the next Patrick Mahomes instead of finding the next dude. Why don't you find a guy, like build a team to stop him? Because we've seen the Jacksonville Jaguars go to AFC Championship game with Blake Bortles. We've seen the Niners go to a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, instead of trying to chase the next dude, why don't you just build the best team? Because instead of paying one dude $70 million a year, you can pay a bunch of other great dudes $40 million a year to potentially stop him, because you're not going to out Patrick Mahomes unless you're doing it the way that the Eagles are doing it, which is smart ownership and get a great team.
The Eagles going to be in cap hell in 5 years when you really break that crap down.
Right. Look, you're just kicking the can down the
I
road.
was just about to say that teams are learning to kick the can down the road because the cap is going to always go up.
Exactly.
The more and more that they keep getting these TV deals, the sponsorships, the NFL is fine. NFL is king in the United States, man.
Yeah, but you don't want to end up as the New Orleans Saints.
No, but see that's the thing.
That's
is like
different because they got stuck with Drew Brees, and then when he retired,
Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
dude, Taysom Hill owes them like 97,000 fruit baskets for the rest of his life.
he hit his pension and he got a great contract.
It's so, to me, when people say that the salary cap is they say that it's a myth. It's not a myth.
It's a myth for 5 years, and then it comes due.
No, it's a myth immediately, but it's still a real thing that you have to deal with.
But I mean, if you got an owner who's got a lot of cash and you say, I want to be great the next 3-4
owner
years.
has nothing to do with it as far as the salary cap is concerned. Like, maybe they want to change.
It does
because
it does as far as what they want to put out as far as bonuses are concerned. But the salary cap is the salary cap. You can't manipulate the
no, but you can kick the can down the road, but you still have to have all that money up front.
Right. No, and I understand that. Like, you have to still have the money, but the salary cap is a salary cap, and you can manipulate to have a salary or the signing bonuses not be, conducive to what your salary is. But you're still, as an owner, you're still going to have to pay that money at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, the first year off of AJ Brown's contract, it's like a $60 million cap hit.
I'm sorry?
When AJ Brown's contract's done, his first year of dead money at $60 million against the cap. That's how much they push down the road.
That's
Sure.
You got that's not what that is, man. They paid him up front, man. They just gave him an extension, so it gave him a big. It gave him.
He's only $17 million against the cap this year.
And as long as he's still, let's say if he's still throwing the team the next 2 seasons, that cap hit, that dead cap, is not going to matter.
Well, yeah, they'll just extend him and keep kicking it down the road.
They're not going to keep. I got to teach you salary cap numbers, man.
Let's go. LaShawn's gonna teach us economics 1010 football.
Okay, like with the whole Deshaun Watson, the Browns have paid him 172 million out of the 230 already. Everybody keeps coming up with these inflated numbers saying that the Browns owe him 90 some million. I'm like, no, they kicked it down the road because now let's say he's getting 46 million this year, and then next year he's only going to get 32 million. He won't, after that he won't be playing for the Browns anymore. He'll have all his money, all his guarantee money, and he's up out the door. Now, if he was released, that's where the whole dead cap comes in. If he was released, then yeah, they had to pay him all of that up front the day that they released him. So it'd have been what, 80, 82, 83 million up front. So if the Browns would have been like, here, we're giving you this and you could just go away, we don't want you here anymore. That's what pretty much the Broncos did to Russell Wilson. They gave him all of that money and was like, here, we'll give you this. Don't come back here. We don't want you anymore. Thank you for your services. So when you said A.J. Brown is getting $60 million, yeah, if they released him tomorrow, they had to give him all of that $60 million and be like, here, we don't want you to come back here anymore. But as long as
I'm
he's
just
on
like
the
the
team,
void years is what I'm talking about.
the void years aren't anything. Those are zeros.
Well, that's
Bro,
yeah.
then
'cause
why the fuck this thing
that's
say
almost,
53 million?
no, because that's almost like what the Patriots just did with Stephon Diggs.
They gave him how much? What, a $53 million contract?
It
I
was
thought 69.
it was 3 years, 96, but 26 is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So all you do is just take that guarantee number. That's the cap number right there. That's the
Right.
cap hit and everything. That other number, that does not even matter. Now,
That 96 mil means nothing.
it means nothing because that's what the incentives and everything into it. Signing bonus.
It's like Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. Sam Darnold is like that's a 3-year, $100 million deal. No, it's a 1-year, maybe $25 million deal. Like it's the way you finesse and the way that you make it sound.
Oh man, look,
This is why I'm a couch quarterback and not a couch GM.
the Bengals got over on T. Higgins. I cannot believe that he accepted that deal.
Oh, that was a terrible contract.
Oh, you know what? Let's do that real quick. So, I want to get to this Stephen A. Smith and Braun thing in a second. We have talks. I don't even care what we're doing. So let's get into that. T. Higgins. Yes, no, maybe so. How mad are you guys?
I mean, I'm madder than
I'm
him.
mad for him.
Really?
Well, you got to play him in the division. Like, that's the problem.
I'm like, to be honest, I don't care about that. But the contract that he signed, you big dummy.
It's basically a 1-year deal.
It's a 1-year deal. Like, and it's 1 year, $35 million. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a 1-year deal. They after this year, they don't got to.
Now this is the thing.
So what you're telling me is this idiot should have just signed a franchise tag and then become a free agent next year?
Yeah, basically.
His agent did not help him at all.
He should have had Lamar Jackson be his agent.
Shit, Jaden Daniels' mama could have been his agent.
I read the details of it, and I'm just like, the incentives I get because he does have a hamstring injury that's been lingering throughout his whole career. But every game that he plays, he gets a $2 million bonus. I get that. But if the Bengals don't want him back in 2026, they can be like, hey, you can go ahead and go. We don't owe you any money.
So the way this works,
Sean, I got to ask you something since you know contracts better than me. Since he signed a long-term deal, never mind. I answered my own question.
So it was what?
I was going to ask if they could franchise tag him again, but if they cut him, then you can't.
You can't
never mind.
So, that's a good. All right, so that's a good little pivot point though, is because we all thought, well, not all of us, but there was the overall consensus was they were going to sign him long term and have it be a real long-term deal or franchise tag him.
I thought they just weren't going to sign him. The Bengals are cheap.
Yeah, and Mike Brown doesn't have that
We'll
much.
see. And that's what's irritated the absolute out of me is because, there's a salary cap. You can spend the money that you're allowed to spend.
You, again,
Technically, you're allowed to spend the money.
you're allowed to spend it, but when the signing bonus, the guarantee money,
Is on the owners.
when the players sign, the second that they sign those contracts, the money from the owners had to go into the escrow account for the NFL.
Right.
Mike Brown, I don't know how he did it, but he did, and I tip my cap to him because he got over beautifully on T. Higgins. With Jamar Chase, on the other hand, yeah, he put a lot of money into that escrow account for him.
Yeah.
And I get it that it's to keep Joe Burrow happy, but at the end of the day, they better be drafting all defense for that team.
So, and that was my next question because they are not willing to sign Trey Hendricks.
I heard that they're going to try and do that too.
Yeah, but Trey Hendrickson isn't a fool. He knows what to do.
No, he ain't signed that T.
is a
Higgins
fool
deal.
now,
He ain't
pipeline.
signed that T. Higgins deal.
Yikes! So you guys think that Trey is not going to be a Bengal next year?
He'll be another player that I can see be traded by the time the draft is here.
So he's still under contract then?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
not under
technically-
contract.
Yeah, for this
Technically,
season, he's a
He's
Bengal.
under contract, but he's holding out and he wants more money.
Oh, so he's doing the whole like I'll hold out. So he's
Yeah.
under contract for next year, but he's just holding out and saying like I'm not doing anything until I get a new deal. Kind of.
Yeah, he said
And
he ain't
the
playing no games.
And the Bengals gave him permission to seek a trade with others.
I remember seeing that. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, tell you what, let's move on to this whole Stephen A. Smith thing because this thing is wild to me. I saw Stephen A. Smith was said that he was going to swing on Braun. I guess I'll just lead there and we can move things off organically.
He might have got hit before he got a finger on LeBron. Like, I'm
LeBron's
just,
security would have knocked Stephen A. down.
LeBron could knock Stephen A. Smith out with 2 fingers. Like,
I think that
let's
that's
not
my
play
big.
that game.
I feel like that's my biggest issue that I have is because like I don't have many people who are really in my mentions as far as like me and the way that I articulate and who I appreciate. But like, oh, you a blank blank stan. I'm not stan for anything, but I'll tell you this right now. If you try and tell me that Stephen A. Smith would knock out or want to fight LeBron James in real life, man, you would stand for all. Get out of here with that.
I don't even
Yeah.
think Stephen A. Smith landing a single punch if they fought. Like,
Yeah, and
No.
I agree.
He's on soap operas. He's like 80 years old.
Like he's coming off childish because he hate that people see through his bullshit pretty much.
Like, fam, you a journalist who averaged a point a game in college. Like,
So even for me, like I don't have a problem with that, and I know that most people do. Like, and this is where the line of demarcation is: if you never played, you can't talk about it, and that's where a lot of this hypocrisy and a lot of this.
I'm just saying, if you ain't done nothing that suggests that you're about a fighting lifestyle, don't be saying I'm going to knock out a dude who's 6'9" and 260. It's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, no, I'm Team J on that, but it is also the thing is, like I said, okay, so I wasn't gonna put his name out there, but like Anthony McBride, he's like, oh, so you're a LeBron lover now. Like, no, this shirt was just me supporting a dude who has supported my show, who I support at the beginning of my podcast every time, and then we get into this episode or this timeline of Michael Jordan's the best ever and he can't be touched. And it's just like we can have these conversations of the weirdness of
Shoot, it might be Wemby in 20 years. Who knows?
what was that?
It might be Wemby in 20 years. Who knows?
And it might be. But the thing is, like, the people who completely defend Jordan and make fun of LeBron, I think is weird. And the people who are the complete LeBron defenders and make fun of Jordan, I think are weirdos too.
This is
Like,
what
why do y'all care so much about this thing that's been talked about 7,000 times
I
in the
have
last
them
4
1A
days?
and 1B.
It's
What was
not that I care. I just want to piss people off.
Okay, but so you okay, you're the troll. You're the troll in this.
Yeah.
You always have been though. What about you, LaShawn? I know that you're mostly a LeBron
Listen,
type of guy. Type of guy.
I'll say I call it down the middle because I see Jordan, he's protected just like LeBron is protected, but MJ is protected in a way that I've never seen before. Because if you call out anything that he did from back in his day, oh no, that never happened. That never happened. I'm like, what? Here it is with video evidence that this what happened.
I do hate when people say Jordan never complained to the refs. I'm like, Jordan was always complaining to the ref. Like,
he had
all
rules
the damn time.
changed for him and everything. I'm just like, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, like, come on, man. They're both
my
great.
thing is people act like the 80s didn't happen. Like, he lost first round before. Like,
A lot.
to be fair, he was playing Larry Bird Celtics. Like, I mean,
But see, so
what are you going to do?
So this is where there was a dude that I used to follow on social media, and I don't think he's very active anymore. His name was BK Irons. And this is where, like, because I don't really care about the GOAT and the top 5 argument. So when people ask me who's your top 5, anything, football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter. I don't have an opinion because I think it's stupid as hell to be able to, to try to do these things in that metric. But this guy BK Irons basically said the reason why y'all pissed off at Michael Jordan and LeBron is the fact that LeBron is the only person in the history of basketball that has made you question the Jesus of Michael Jordan.
No, it
at least
hasn't.
made you question it.
Kobe Bryant, the closest. Like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, Kobe is trying to be the most carbon copy of him, yes. But
You can't tell me nothing about Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant to death. Like,
I know, and look, a lot of people do, and this is something I will say. And there are. This is again. So if we're splitting hairs with who's the GOAT between MJ and LeBron, or is Kobe overrated or underrated? I am somebody who I think that Kobe has been elevated to a standard that is not his because of how he died, when he died, and who was involved. Because before there's and Anthony McBride is the guy who keeps throwing this into my lap of, see, somebody said it. Somebody said that he was on the precipice of Michael Jordan once. Got it. I understand that. But until what unfortunately happened, nobody had Kobe in their top 5. Again, which I don't do. Nobody had Kobe in their top. Okay, there might be a few. So you're all right. Let's go ahead and do it because we're here. We might as well.
You got to remember, Kobe was my generation's Michael Jordan. Like, he was MJ.
So, but dude, so you're what? You're 27,
27,
right?
Yep.
27. All right. So is your? I mean, Michael is still technically playing.
Yeah, but ain't nobody watched that shit.
Thank you.
I'm a Wizards fan, and nobody watched that crap. Like,
no, it's all good. But okay, so if you had, again, so for me, I don't do top 5s. I don't care. It means nothing to me. But if you had a top 5,
Jordan's number 1, Kareem number 2, Kobe 3, Duncan 4, Russell 5.
So guys that you've never even seen play live. Oh, LaShawn popped in real quick. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, boy.
You got to put in players that you watch. Don't give me Kareem. Give me players that
Kareem got 6 MVPs. He got all them finals MVPs. He was the leading scorer for like 40. Like, got the most unstoppable offensive move in his just because I didn't see him don't mean I can't respect his greatness.
May I interject for a moment? people want to clown on LeBron, and who is the logo, and nobody talks about that
Jerry
man.
West.
You guys got to know the history about that.
But Jerry West
No.
averaged 28.
I'm just no. What I'm saying is though the logo is Jerry West,
He averaged
and
28 points a game and
nobody
played
has
good
him in their
defense.
top 5.
No, he's in the top
And-
15 though.
I know, but but again, so what I'm saying is that Jay is putting like Bill Russell and these guys who he's never seen play, and he's like, "Oh, these guys are great." I'm like, well, Jerry West is the logo, so what are we doing here?
Jerry West averaged 28 and played great defense, like
He was also 1-9 in the finals.
because he played who?
But we crucified.
Because who did he play?
I'm just trying to have a conversation. It's all weird.
I'm just saying, like,
No, LaShawn has some things to say.
I'm probably just being a hater because I don't want to put LeBron in the top 5. But
I mean, you don't have him up there in your top 5. That's what you, man. I got nothing.
I got LeBron at 6, Larry Bird at 7.
So, all right. So we live here right now. You know what? I want to get your guys' actual opinion because I've been hearing a lot about this whole KD thing. If you're doing your top 10, because KD is obviously what he cracked 30,000 points a few weeks ago.
mean, if we're doing a greatness list versus a just pure skills list, that's two completely different things.
Well, and that's something that I would like to have.
Because like pure skills, I think KD top 10, but I also think Kyrie Irving in the top 10 if we're talking about that. Like,
I think Kyrie Irving is one of the
man, I love
like,
Kyrie Irving. Like,
defensively, he can be somewhat of liability, which is one of the reasons why when people are like, oh, I love Luka so much. Yo, the Lakers, I want to believe in them, but I can't because Luka is just terrible. Like last year. So when the Mavericks made the finals, it's like,
Yeah,
dude,
they made the finals.
yeah, he had the most blow-bys ever in a
ever.
series.
And everyone's like, well, they can only get better. No, you can't. It was a one magical year. Good. I'm glad that you guys got there, but it's terrible at this point in time. And to me, was the trade not equitable, right?
Oh, it was a bad trade.
It was not equitable, but I understand why Dallas did it though.
I don't.
I do.
No, because if I'm trading Luka Doncic, I'm calling all 29 other teams and I'm getting the best offer. I'm not just saying, hey,
But
Rob, we're buddies.
Sure. But the thing is, like, so there's multiple layers to this, in my opinion, is that you would like to get the best offer. But if you leak it to everybody that you're willing to trade Luka, this thing becomes instantly some kind of weird. It becomes just an internet explosion, right? You want to do this under the wraps, which I understand why.
Call
but you
more
also
than
wanna-
one person, damn it. Like,
No, which is fair. Like, look, I understand where that could be an issue where you only called one specific team. Again, I understand all of that, but there is also the point of I don't want to pay this man a super max,
yeah, it was like
and I
350.
know that he's going to be. They captured lightning in a bottle for 1 year. Awesome, because every single year. Like, okay, so like we're gonna cross pollinate for a minute, but like with you, Jay, when it comes to Washington, are you
Give Jaden Daniels all the money.
Are you expecting Washington to get the Super Bowl next year because you guys made it to the NFC Championship game last year?
Oh, hell no. Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay, but see, that's my point. Every time that something happens that is good, fans want to say, well, it can only go better from here. That is not how any of this works.
No, I'm cool with a playoff win next year. I know we outpunched our weight class last year.
Yo, you guys completely outkicked your coverage. But that's what makes the fan base excited because you told me, and I will tell everybody who is watching this and listening to this, you told me at the beginning of last year, before the draft even started, get Jaden Daniels. y'all gonna be a playoff team. And you were right.
No, I said we was gonna get 5 wins, but I said Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in the draft.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Yeah, you told me he was gonna be the best quarterback. But
I
even
felt
still,
like we were gonna win a Super Bowl eventually with Jaden. I didn't think we were gonna make the playoffs, let alone NFC title game. Like, if somebody would have told me that, I'd been
Everything
asking them what
bounced your
kind of
way.
weed they smoking.
what was that, LaShawn?
I said everything bounced your way.
Not in that NFC title game. Wide receivers was dropping that ball straight to the Eagles.
he
That's
said
what
not
ticked me
everything.
off. Like, Jaden Daniels played really well, but like wide receivers just kept dropping the football, like 4 fumbles.
Let me ask you guys.
You can't beat the Eagles with 4 turnovers. It's never going to happen.
No.
I love how we're from NFL draft for 40 minutes, Braun versus ASS or SAS, and then back to football. Real quick though, before we hang it up for the day, you brought up the Chicago Bears. Where do you think that Ashton Genty could potentially land? Because Chicago is one that I think that is a legitimate.
I think he could go to Chicago. If he doesn't go to the Raiders, he could go to Chicago.
I was gonna say the Raiders.
Because the Raiders are what, 8, 9?
Yep. 8.
So you guys really legitimately think that? Sorry, I had to readjust my legs and stuff. So, Mario Escalara says San Francisco. Craig Byers says that was a great game.
He's talking about the Eagles beating our ass in the NFC title game.
Yeah, I got there a little bit late. Yeah, I saw that. But I don't know, man. Genty to me is somebody who, like, you have to understand what you think your team really relies on, right? So if you're the Raiders, you got Geno, right? You got Geno Smith right now. And Brock Bowers is awesome. But I mean, offensively, besides who they have, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I'm like, who the hell is their number 1? Like,
are you gonna re-get Hunter Renfrow coming out of retirement?
You don't want that.
I'll tell you this though: if Hunter Renfrow went to Kansas City or Buffalo, things are about to get awkward for that conference.
Why? The Raiders weren't going to do nothing anyway.
No, the Raiders. No, I'm saying if Hunter Renfrow went to either Kansas City or Buffalo, I think that things would get even more escalated than they already are. But for Ashton Genty though, at number 8, does that seem like he's being, again, does that seem like it's a reach for Las Vegas to get him? Because
I mean, I'd rather take like Judkins in the 2nd or the 3rd than spend the 8th overall pick on Genty.
you'd rather get who?
Get Quinshon Judkins or somebody else in the 2nd or 3rd round than spend the 8th overall pick on a running back.
What about you, LaShawn?
You know my stance, man.
I know that running backs don't matter, but so let me ask you guys it though, because what I've always,
it's just a good running back class. It's not against Genty. It's just there's a lot of good running backs in this class.
well, there's one, apparently there's that. And again, as somebody who doesn't really watch college football all that often, I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert on it. But I will say the thing that I have always pertained to is that you might as well, if you think that you have the offensive line, the weaponry around you, and the quarterback, you might as well get the running back early and then not pay them the second contract. So if you are the Raiders and you think you have a good enough, but you're also in a division that has Patrick Mahomes and Harbaugh as a coach, and like there's so many mitigating factors as to where this would be a bad situation. And that's why I think that if he slides a little bit, Chicago to me, and especially if running backs don't matter, which is what LaShawn's been preaching, and I largely agree with, if he slides to Chicago,
I think elite
Man.
running backs matter, but if you don't got an elite one, then it dime a dozen.
But do you think that Bijan Robinson is an elite running back? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then why hasn't he won anything?
Have you seen his coaches? Like
Why hasn't he won anything?
they don't give him the ball enough.
So you're gonna give the running back the ball 400 plus times a season? Huh?
Yes.
He's only gonna last 2 years.
Larry Johnson's not. I'm not paying him the second contract anyway. What does it matter?
So you can't sit up there and say elite running backs matter then.
They do, just not for 12, 15 years.
Not anymore.
No, nobody matters for 12 or 15 years except for like maybe like 5 quarterbacks every 10 years.
Left tackles, edge rushers.
No, bro. Okay, besides Trent Williams, you name me one left tackle who has been great for over 10 years.
Laramie Tunsil, my dog.
You said Laramie Tunsil. He's not even 10 years in the league. I hate you. I hate you, man.
I just had to give respect to my Washington boys.
You are the absolute worst.
I just miss Trent deep down.
And you're allowed to.
Yeah, our medical staff ruined that one.
Craig Byers said Jason Peters.
Yeah, he was a good one for a long time.
He was, but he hasn't been relevant in like.
Andrew Whitworth was a good one for a long time.
No, we're not doing that. I like Jason Peters was a former Buffalo Bill.
Okay. Trent Williams is better though.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Trent Williams is, yeah.
Well, of course he is. I'm talking about Jason Peters.
Ooh, I
think so. Man, let me look at his stats.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure he's got a Super Bowl, which that helps.
Well, okay, so I'm tired of that. Okay, I'm tired of that when people say, well, you got a Super Bowl, so that helps. No, were you actually
it comes down like for a left tackle, it comes down to like your all pros, Pro Bowls.
Well, he got 2 of them.
Jason Peters, to me, okay, if you're asking me first ballot, depending on who is there.
Oh no, not first ballot. I meant like
ballot,
eventually.
I would say probably not. But will he make it? I would say probably. And what I didn't realize is that he went undrafted.
Yeah.
For real?
He was undrafted. I saw that pop in my timeline like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's very crazy. But he was in Philly when he started.
Yeah, then he went to Buffalo.
Back to Philly at some point.
Yep.
I want to say the Raiders, but don't quote me on that.
Oh man, if he went to the Raiders, I'd feel really bad about that.
No, he didn't. He ended his career Chicago, Dallas, Seattle, but nobody cared then.
Ooh. Chicago.
That longevity is gonna cost him because he wasn't good for a long time.
Wait, no, he started in Buffalo.
Yes,
he was a staple in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, dude. But he was absolutely because I knew that he was there, and man, 15 years ago, when I was one of only 6 Bills fans in the state of Alaska, 2 of them knew who he was, and it was awesome. But so what do you guys got going on? Like, as far as before we hang it up, do you guys have anything you guys want to throw in the chat? Anything you guys want to get off your chest?
The Yankees are cheaters.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I wanted to get that. All right. So Jay, do you have anything that you want to get to before we get to that? Because LaShawn was
the Yankees being cheaters. That ticks me off.
Okay, so you want to piggyback on that. All right. So LaShawn, go ahead. Go.
I can't believe the league is allowing this. Like, if you're going to allow them to do it, you should allow all teams to. Like, why didn't you send out a memo letting everybody know this is what's going on? They didn't start it with up there in spring training. They came out with it in a regular season game, and these guys hit 9 home runs in a game with it. Even though we can all say Yankee Stadium is a little league home run porch. So, and
It's
then
lit.
Aaron Judge has 4 home runs with it. So come on, man, what are we doing? Is this the
He's
new
got 4
steroids?
home runs. They've only played what, a game in 3 innings?
Yeah, like,
Crazy.
he had 3 homers last game. Like I saw a stat, it was crazy. They're the first team that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitter all homered in the same game.
Shit is
So,
crazy. Cheaters.
so let me ask you this: Are they actually doing anything illegal?
Yes.
Yes, they expanded the barrel of their bats.
So okay, so I read something different. Okay, so they are actually doing something that's
Yeah, no,
not
they're
supposed to be
cheating.
done.
Yes, they shaved this. You could say the sign part of their bats and more into their barrel. It made it like I think they said like 5/16 of an inch wider.
Oh, so they're manipulating the barrel width. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well that sounds like it would probably be problematic.
Like you would
But the,
think,
the-
but the
what?
thing is that if you're going to allow them to do it, why didn't you send out a memo to every team and letting all the players know this is what's going on? Like the Brewer players didn't know what was going on. The one player came out and said, "Oh, we know the league is just going to let them. Since it's the Yankees, they're just going to let them go ahead and just keep playing with it."
So my question is, don't they check the bats before the game
Yep,
starts?
they
Not
check
if
it
you're the Yankees, apparently.
exactly.
I knew that Jay was gonna say that. He was like, not the Yankees.
Like,
But
if you're the
don't
Nationals and you
I
some
thought they
bums and
checked
you don't
them.
make no money, then yeah.
So like if the Rockies didn't know, he would give a damn.
No,
Nah, if the Rockies did it, it would have been banned in spring training.
he's right.
Like anybody but the Yankees, the
Craig,
Dodgers, the Red
let them use the
Sox.
bats and steroids, make baseball great again. Look, LaShawn, that's what you want, man. You want to make baseball great again
I
because
mean, you
Barry
want to make
Bonds.
baseball great again? Let every team use it, not just the historical team use it. Because
So when okay, so I need a lot more context on this because I've never heard of this. So they just manufacture their own bats.
yeah,
Yeah.
this you could say this worker came out. He's an analytical worker. Came out with it and
Yeah,
said,
he like
you
some
know,
mathematician or some
yeah,
shit.
came out with it saying if you just shave, you could say the back half of the bat and took more into the barrel, you'll be able to hit the ball much harder and much farther. So I'm like, if you're going to allow this, then why just not have every team do it? Start it off in spring training so everybody can adjust to it, not just come out with it during the regular season. Because now your opponents doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, so it's kind of like Deflategate. We can all have the same football, but if we have a little bit of PSI,
Yes.
everybody can use the PSI.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jay.
they cheating, dog.
That's cheating. That's how I look at it. Like you hit 9 home runs
No,
in
the once I said that, I saw the way that Jay was looking. He's like, I don't know if I agree with this man or not.
All I know is F the Yankees. I don't like them.
I just can't believe, like, if you're gonna allow this to happen, then I'm all for it. It's gonna make the game more exciting, but I don't want to hear anything about saying,
But
steroids or anything else.
so they're not corking the backs, right? They're not corking it. They're
You
not.
can say this is cork in the back.
Is that what that is technically? Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
I'm illiterate, not illiterate, but I'm very not privy to baseball because I haven't been. I don't care about baseball the way that I used to. But so when I saw that, I did see this article and I thought it was intriguing, but I didn't realize exactly what it was pertaining to. So they're shaving it differently and then putting other. I heard the barrel is basically bigger, right? Or is that
Yes, the barrel is more bigger.
All right. So, I mean, that's I understand why that would be a problem, but it's also why did it take everybody this long to figure out that?
Like, if you're gonna allow the Yankees to do it, give out a memo letting the fans and the players know what's going on, so we're not blindsided by this. Because now, in my opinion, like, if you hit 9 home runs in a game, I don't care who you are. Like, I'm looking at it sideways. Because, yeah, you're playing at Yankee Stadium, but at the same time, I never saw a team hit 9 home runs in a game.
They're breaking all sorts of homer records as soon as they got these new bats. Like, it's not a coincidence.
Yep.
Well, and look, and to be fair, like I'm just saying, I'm team everybody here. I just feel like if it was an availability, feels like y'all didn't take advantage of the system. It's almost like a 3-point shot.
I agree. I can agree with that, but at the same time,
No, because everybody got a 3-point line. Not everybody got that bat.
No, but everybody got a baseball bat, and everybody got the reason why I'm a little bit pushing back is that every football field is the exact same way. Every basketball court is the exact same way. As a baseball field, you can design it however the hell you want to. Which is the only sport that I know of that you can just make your dynamics and make your whatever you're doing what's conducive to what you want to make your field look like. And that is not saying that I agree with everything, but it is the only sport that I can think of where you can be like the Green Monster. Nobody really cares about that much anymore, right? But they want to complain about the short porch in New York.
because it's wind drifted. That's why.
It's
because
what,
if you hit a pop fly, it's a homer at Yankee Stadium.
Yep. It's
right.
wind
But but if you had a moonshot in Boston, that could be a ground rule double. And that's the way that they designed it, though.
Should have hit a better moonshot down.
But see, that's look, like I said, man, I'm with you guys on this as a whole. I just feel like it's a weird thing, is because if everybody has the technology and everybody has the ability to do it and it's not cheating.
But it is cheating.
Is it though?
Yes.
Then
Apparently
why is
not 'cause it's the
nobody else
Yankees,
doing it
but
though?
yes.
Because if you're going to allow the Yankees to do this, to start it off in game 2 of the regular season, why not give out a memo to everybody?
What's happening is, this is our equivalent. The Yankees and their team were smart enough and good enough to get this one particular thing that they're good at. And everybody else wants to ban it. And the Eagles have this one thing that they're good enough and everybody wants to ban it with
it's
the tush
not the
brush.
same thing.
How are they the same? Are they the same or are they not?
Because all right, this whole tush push thing. If you cannot, as a defensive player, if you can't push your own teammate into the pile, offensive players shouldn't be able to do it. It makes the league look hypocritical.
Yeah, you can't do it on special teams either anymore.
On special teams, you've never been able to do it because, you have been able to.
In the early 2000s, they did.
No, they changed it on field goal attempts because of the center being exposed.
Yeah. I don't think you can do it on a punt either.
Well, no, on those two. Punt, I don't remember exactly, but like when it comes to if you're going for it on fourth down, you guys can all be there and want to meet each other and want to hit each other as hard as you want to.
Yeah, but I can't have the middle linebacker on the defensive tackle's ass and push him into the center.
Yes, you can.
You can't. It's a unsportsmanlike. You can
on a kick and a punt, no, you can't. But on an actual defensive play, yes, you can.
No, you cannot have a linebacker on a defensive tackle's ass and push him into the center.
They have to be lined opposite. Like they can't be over. They can't be over the center.
I'm pretty
It
sure
could
you
be on
can't
the
push
side,
him.
right? Or am I misconstruing that? Because I thought that it was
If you could push him, why ain't nobody tried it? Like,
no. The kicking portion is what I thought they couldn't do it on.
yeah, that or defense. You can only do it on offense.
Wait, well, no, I not immediately over the head. Like, so like Ted Washington, who used to play for the Bills back in the day. I know the nose tackle is, or Tony Saragusa. That is not really a thing anymore. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the kickers, like you can't just crash down. But if it's a non-kicking motion, can't you have two defensive tackles not directly over him, but split to the side? Split to the side, you have to be able to.
I don't think you can.
No, split to the side,
I
man.
know what you're saying, but I still think the answer is no.
So the 4-3 defense doesn't apply anymore?
Huh? The 4-3.
I mean, you ain't running a 4-3 against a tush push anyway.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is those like you can't. Okay, so maybe you can't line somebody directly over the center at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I knew
I don't
that
think
you
you can
could.
do it on the side either.
Huh?
I could be wrong, but I don't think you can do it on the side either.
No, but I mean, like if you're doing a 4-3 defense, right? So the center, you got two guards, two tackles. So if you're running a 4-3 defense, you have four down linemen, and they're both technically one side of the center, right? And then you have
Well,
two
yeah.
edge rushers. So, but if you're doing that on a kick return or a kick block or a punt block, like I know that you can't just you have like 7 guys on the front line, but lining up over the center is not an issue anymore, or that's something you can't do anymore, right?
I thought you couldn't. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I thought that was the whole point of this conversation was like you couldn't line up over the center, and you obviously can't jump over them. You can't use them as a launching point, right?
No, you can't use them as a launching point.
Right. So you can't use them as a launching point, but man, I'm trying to take care of this comment section. It's all kinds of out of control. But so
I mean, I don't think the tush push should be banned, but I think it's hypocritical.
So like I personally don't think it should either. I think it's a play. It's basically a
But if
quarterback.
you're gonna allow if you're gonna allow AJ Dillon and Saquon Barkley, who both squat 700 pounds, to shove Jalen Hurts, who squats 600,
I
behind the
love
best
how you
offensive
said
line in
AJ
football at the
Dillon.
defensive line.
I love how you said AJ Dillon.
You know that's what they got him there for. Like that dude's freaking jacked. Like,
AJ Dillon?
yeah, he's strong, dude.
You mean AJ Brown?
No, AJ, the running back.
Yeah, he left from the Packers to the Eagles. You didn't know
I
that?
didn't realize they even had him.
Yeah, he's like 250, 260, and it's all muscle. Like,
It's over.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
yeah, like you're gonna have all them dudes and the best offensive line in football just be able to run right over the defensive line. That's why if that freaking 460-pound kid is still available in the 7th round,
Oh, the dude from Florida?
I want Washington to take him and just make him the tush push guy. Like, put him in the middle. And
Good
say,
luck
screw
with
it.
that, man. That won't be helpful.
We got to try something because we can't just have Luvu jumping over the line and then the ref saying if you keep it up, we're just going to give him a touchdown. Like,
Hey, but it was smart though.
I mean, I'm not mad that we tried it, like, but we got to try something else.
Okay, so before we move on, let's kind of wrap this thing up. you as a Washington fan, Jay, what is the thing that you would like to address either most in free agency that is still
A
available?
damn cornerback. We still don't got no cornerbacks.
You don't like Marshawn Lattimore?
Did you watch our? Oh my lord!
I know.
Mike Evans got him for 150. AJ Brown got him for 200. Like it was bad. He over there fighting AJ Brown because AJ Brown just burnt toast in his butt. Like, nah, I want to take 2 or 3 corners, but it just pisses me off because we could have taken Christian Gonzalez, but we took Emmanuel Forbes over him, and then next pick Patriots took Christian Gonzalez.
I feel that. Going back in. Look, Craig, okay, once I've already told you, man, I am proud of you for your product. Give me a read and I will promote your business for free as a plug, bro. And also, thank you for being here as much as you are. And he also says the tush push shouldn't be banned, and I agree with him. The tush push should not be banned.
He's on drugs, thinking Will Johnson's falling all the way to Philly.
What do you don't be mean to Mr. Byers. Don't be mean.
Nah, he's on drugs. Like Will Johnson ain't falling to 32.
I mean, we didn't think them. This is okay. I appreciate your enthusiasm. The thing that I always have to tell people is when people say this is never going to happen, when it happens is
Never.
I understand your thought process, but it's also when Patrick Mahomes slips and they go, well, how could you pass on him? The Bears get
Nobody knew who the hell he was. Everybody knows who Will Johnson is.
I mean, I don't because I don't watch college football. I have no idea who the
That's
hell
your
this guy
fault
is.
for not watching the second coming of Charles Woodson.
I know who 5 people
Will
are.
Johnson is
Maybe.
burnt toast.
No, he's not. Will Johnson's backup held Jeremiah Smith to like 40 yards. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, he said you told me Carter wouldn't fall to Philly. Who's Craig arguing with you?
Probably me.
Jay said probably me.
Just because I don't want the Eagles to have anything nice ever.
The Eagles never have anything nice. They always have damaged goods that are awesome.
Hey,
No, those early
realized?
2000s
Jay, both of your
Donovan
rivals
McNabb's Eagles
in
teams had a lot
football
of
won
talent.
a championship before your team did.
Wait, what?
They still don't got more.
Oh my! All right, you're right.
I know I'm right. 3's more than 2.
Yo, that was okay. So when you said 3 is more than 2, that reminds me of when I was playing Madden with my buddy back. This would have been like 15 years ago because my wife and I have been married almost 13 years. And I was roommates with this guy, 15 years ago. And he's like, what's dime mean? I'm like, well, I'm trying to like tell him what it means with like nickel and dime coverage. He's like, well, 10 is more than 6. And he runs dime packages all the fucking time while we're playing, man, because he has no idea what the hell we're doing.
Just running the football down his throat.
Tom is running yeah, exactly.
Shoot, when I play Madden, I run the ball like 40 times and throw it like 20.
I don't play. Well, my PS5 overheats a lot, which is kind of unfortunate. It works a lot when I'm
How
wearing.
do you let it overheat?
LaShawn, I knew that you would do this. I bought a fan for it.
My brother had to do that crap for his too.
Well, honestly, I don't know, man, because I've cleaned it out. I clean it out on average once every 3 months. I also bought a fan for it. And I've mentioned this a lot of times. When I'm playing PS5 games, it crashes on me within about 45 minutes. If I'm playing PS4 games or things that I've downloaded like San Andreas, it never crashes on me. But if I'm playing PS5 sports games, it crashes every damn time within 45 minutes.
Your PS5 doesn't like you.
I know it doesn't.
You need to trade it in.
But I like it though. It was a gift from my wife though.
Man, don't tell her.
See,
But
you got the
like,
receipt. You got a warranty up on it.
I don't. Guys, shut up. No, I don't have any of those things.
Oh man, you're in trouble.
She's right below me, and I'm.
You're in trouble now.
what in the Bill Clinton's going on?
This is why I can't have you on this show, and why I only want to have you on this show.
Hey, I didn't cuss. Like,
No, but no, it's weird, man, because like, so even the other day, so I started playing the show.
I love the
downloaded-
show.
Oh, dude, the show is so good, but show 25 is legit. And
I'm playing it right now.
LaShawn, he said in real time, man, your show. I'm playing the show.
I was playing the show before I got on this podcast. Like,
Yo, that was the thing with CR last week. He goes, man, because I put in the group chat with the Avengers that I have an hour that I can do this, and he goes, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm available now. And I said, well, I was available for an hour ago. And I felt really bad. Dude, I felt terrible for saying that because I was playing the show. And I was like, you know what? I get it, man. The show's legit and it's awesome.
it's more fun than like Madden and shit. Like,
Dude, it's so much better. Okay, so for you guys playing the show right now, and LaShawn, I knew the moment that I saw that you went up and like your head looked like Easter Island instead of me actually being able to see you in the frame, I knew that you were doing something different. So what do you do on the show?
hit
Is that-
dingers.
You say hit dingers.
Yeah.
Hit dingers. Yeah, but like what position do you play?
I'm playing
Shortstop.
right. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm a right fielder up here on the Guardians.
Right field for guard. Are you still in AA, AAA, or in the majors?
No, I'm in the majors. Like I went through the whole. Well, went to high school.
Right.
I lost in the state championship game, and then I had to go to they told me saying either I could go to college or go to the draft. I chose to go to college. And,
Oh,
I
so
just
you
go-
went to college. Okay.
Yeah, I went to Cal State Fullerton. Ended up losing the national championship game. I was like, fuck it.
Man, I got drafted to Tampa Bay.
What about you, Jay?
Got drafted to Tampa Bay, dog. Like,
What position for you though?
shortstop.
Did you go to college?
Oh, I still got a PS4. I'm playing 24. I ain't playing the new one.
Oh,
Oh
gotcha.
my goodness, man. Way behind the times, youngster.
Yo, 20. Okay, LaShawn, don't be rude.
Well, I just don't. I don't play enough to justify me getting a PS5. You know what I mean?
So to be fair, and I have no problem doing this. So I remember this was probably 3 years ago. My wife bought me my PS5 first, and it wasn't on launch day. It was months and months down the road.
Man,
And
it
she
was
bought me
crazy
mine.
times trying to get one when they first came out.
Yeah, and so I didn't get one right away, which wasn't a huge deal, but it was before Christmas happened, the day that or the year that it launched, and she got me mine. And it was about a year or so down the road, and I got her hers. And we've just been kind of playing this awkward Wimbledon back and forth ping pong of PS5s, like this is yours. And
We'll just swap hers out with yours, and yours won't overheat no more.
well, no. The problem is that so I bought that, I got a fan, I also bought a terabyte. So I needed to get more on.
You need more space.
I needed more space, yeah. So for hers, she only has maybe 3 games on it. I have 60.
Damn.
Probably. It's not good. It's not good. So, and I try to delete stuff and bring things back on. You know how it is. But but I was gonna say, So, LaShawn, you're playing right now.
Yep.
So you said that you were playing what, shortstop or right field?
Right field.
Right field. And which team?
Guardians.
Guardians. All right. Yeah. So for me, so I'm always good at pitching. I can strike out any mother body, and I swear, man, if you want
My
to,
phone about to die.
that's all right, man.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. I love you, Jay.
All
Love
right.
you, Joe.
Love y'all. See you
Take
later.
care, man. I was appreciate you being on, man. So you doing this right now? So you are actually in the majors.
Yep.
So are you still 18? Oh, but you went to
I went to college
College.
in 21.
so you're what, 21 you said?
Yep.
All right. I mean, well, you could be cooler and been 18 and go to the minors like I did.
No, because I seen the weight, what I started off at, what I think like a 47, 48. Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to college.
So okay, well this okay, since we're here now, what was how did that trajectory go for you? You tell me how yours went, I'll tell you how mine went.
Mine's, well, after I lost in the national championship game, then that's when I was thinking, like, going through the showcase and everything. They said I was going to be like a first or second round pick. So I was thinking I was going to be a second round pick. Here it is. I went in the first, and I was the 8th overall pick. So,
The 8th overall pick.
yep, in the first
Okay.
round. Then I started off in Double A. I was there, I'll say about around All-Star break. I only played like 10 games of AAA ball, then got called up to the majors.
See, I feel like that's largely how my trajectory goes because I'm not good at the plate, but I'm really good at pitching. So for me, I got drafted by the Rockies in the second round, and I'm playing for the Yard Goats right now. And I'm 7 starts in, I think. Yeah, 7 starts in. I'm 4-1. My ERA is. And are you doing dynamic, by the way, or are you doing
I'm doing ambush.
what's ambush?
It's the new style of hit now that you can use. Like, it's, how you got your little oval and you could just move it all around or whatnot, and it got the 3
Right.
dots like down the middle. So pretty much when you move it, like I say, try to get as center cut as you can up there on your swings. But dynamic, I started off there, but then that's why I was just like, no, because once you get up to GOAT, the fastballs is so damn fast. I'm like, yeah, let me turn this up.
Dude, dynamic is stupid, but that's why I like doing it the way that I do it. Because like, okay, it's like right now with my pitcher, I'm 7 games into my entire career, and I'm already at Hall of Fame. And I haven't even got built up to AAA yet. I'm still with the Yard Goats, but I'm I'm already at Hall of Fame status. That's how good I'm at pitching. When it comes to hitting, no, man, I'm cheeks. I'm trash at it.
It's gonna take you some time to get adjusted to it.
Well, I've been playing the show for like a decade. I've just never been good at it. I can never get it. But for me with pitching, if people want to challenge me with pitching, I got you. I will strike you the hell out. If you think that you can strike me out, you are 100% correct. So you're playing right now then, huh?
Yep, I'm playing against the White Sox right now.
You ever do the what is it called? Diamond Dynasty?
Dynasty, yeah. I collect the cards and everything. I haven't started that yet. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play the moments, the special moments and whatnot.
I've never done that.
You haven't?
Maybe we'll have to challenge each other on that.
Damn, we
I
can.
know, right?
We can. It's going. I'm telling you, it's gonna take some time to get used to, man.
Man, I can't even do it when I'm doing Road to the Show. If I'm facing an actual person who's trying to legitimately get me out, I'm gonna get out every damn time. But anyway, man, I'll let you get back to your day. Oh, you having all the fun.
Like right now, I had just looked up there. I'm like fifth in like the rookie of the year voting. I'm like, shit. I'm not. I know I'm not gonna win that.
Yeah, no, I don't have any. But you've also made to the major leagues. I haven't done that yet, so I'm still in the double A's with the yard goats. So, but I'm. How the hell's it doing that? That's kind of weird. But yeah, no, I'm 4-1 and doing really well. Why is my thing? All right, anyway, I don't want this thing bugging up my stuff or your stuff. So, damn, that's really annoying. So anyway, I appreciate you being on with me, LaShawn.
Hey, thanks for having me on, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, the live was good. God damn, this thing is being stupid. All right, man. You enjoy the show. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. You guys know the drill. Stay up, stay blessed. Catch you guys in the next one.
All right, bro. Thanks.
All right, take care, man.